Hello friends, in today's session I am going to discuss about the inventory valuation method, and after that we will see how the inventory valuation method will have an impact on the gross profit. Okay, so first let us see the inventory valuation method, and before going to that we will see the idea behind selecting any inventory valuation method. Okay, so the basic idea is the price of any inventory or product doesn't stay the same throughout the life of it. Okay, and it changes as per the economical condition. Hence it came the it selects a cost flow method under US GAAP or under IFRS. Under IFRS there are three valuation method. First is the specific identification method, second is the FIFO or first in first out, and third is the weighted average cost of method. First let us see the specific identification method. Under specific identification method, each unit or product is associated with the appropriate cost. Okay, so here this particular method is applicable to companies having smaller and exclusive items, and the items that cannot be interchangeable with each other. So here like example here, jewelry and any company that is taking any project for a certain duration which is outside its normal course of business. For that those cases specific identification method is used. Okay, so next let us see the first in first out or FIFO. FIFO and LIFO I have already discussed in my previous sessions, but still to give a background. So first in first out, in first in first out what happens, the earliest purchased items will be sold first. Okay, and in LIFO the latest purchased items will be sold first. So in FIFO, under inflationary condition, the COGS will be lower because the items that have been already purchased earliest would have already purchased in a lesser price. So here the COGS becomes less. Okay, and so the net income increases. But in case of this last in first out, what happens, the COGS will be increased because it would have been purchased under a inflationary condition, so and it have been purchased recently, so the COGS will be higher. And when the COGS becomes higher, the income reduced, and similarly the income tax also reduced on a similar fashion. Okay, so that is about the LIFO and FIFO. Now we will see the weighted average cost method. Here what happens, the average cost of each unit or each product is calculated by dividing total cost of the sales, total cost of the products divided by the total number of units that are to be sold. Okay, so here this COGS will have a COGS will not have a higher or lower price, but here the COGS will be calculated by dividing the the COGS will be calculated by multiplying the average cost of each unit multiplied by the number of units. That is how the COGS will be calculated, and the ending inventory will be calculated by the average cost of each unit multiplied by the remaining unit that remains unsold. Okay, so we saw all the three methods of inventory valuation. Now we will see how the inventory valuation method will have an impact on the gross profit. Let us say I have selected, or we have selected the first in first out. Okay, under inflationary condition, what happens in first in first out, the items that have been already purchased earliest purchased, they will be having a lesser price. Okay, so COGS will be lesser and gross profit will be higher. But under deflation condition, and when the price would have been reduced, then what happens, the COGS will be higher and gross profit will reduced. And under last in first out, under inflationary condition, what will happen, the COGS will be high and the gross profit will reduce. Okay, so that is about the impact on the gross profit upon selecting a inventory valuation method. That is about it for this session. Thank you very much.